Alright guys, so as I said, I'm going to be playing with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation and the primer. So the shade I have in the foundation is in Cappuccino. So when I went to Nyx, I got them to try it out a little bit on my face and it looked really nice. It was pretty full coverage and it kind of worked out pretty well. It almost looked very natural. What I was also told about this foundation is that it is very similar to the Fenty foundation, except this one is half the price. This is $18 and I believe the Fenty foundation is about $42 to $48. So we will see how this works because you guys know that Fenty is legit my favorite foundation. So if this can be another alternative, this will be great, especially if I'm going to be filming videos and I don't want to use my Fenty too much. This will definitely be a great alternative. Also, my skin is going through it at the moment. I'm like breaking out, my period's about to come soon, so life is just a little bit of a struggle. But thank God for the distance that you guys don't really see that much. And as for the primer, I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's pretty matte, which I like. I like a good matte primer. I wonder if it's comparable to my Becca Poreless Perfecting Primer, I think it's called. Well, this one kind of feels kind of like jiggly in there for some odd, strange reason. But, so I'm excited to try that because if I can get a dupe of that primer and not have to pay $30-something for it, that would be absolutely amazing. So as you guys can see, I've already done my eyebrows and my eyes because this is not the part that we're doing. We're not focused here. We're focused on the base and the skin. I've already primed my face. Actually, was meant to film this video like whiles ago and now it's almost 8 o'clock at night and I'm now starting to film this video. I was supposed to film this video at like 3 o'clock and now it's 8. So a little bit of my oils have definitely come through. I like to put on my primer and all that stuff when I get out the shower and my skin's nice and fresh. But it has been a little bit of time from my original start time to filming. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some of this primer. Oh, I'm excited. I'm like legit excited for this primer. Ooh, hunty, you are thick. You are thick. Do you not see this? Okay, so first impression of it, I was expecting it to be a lot more, like a little bit tacky so that your foundation kind of sticks to it. And that's what the Becca primer does. It is very like sticky and very tacky, so it's perfect for your foundation to really cling to it and just hold into place. So I'm gonna go ahead and spot conceal with my Derma Blend concealer, and then now I'm going to color correct with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Okay, so now that I have blended all of that out, I am gonna now go in with the foundation. I'm excited. Oh my god, my skin is breaking out. Ooh, girl. Anyways, I am gonna go in with the foundation. This is in the shade Cappacino. So I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit. And I'm using my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush. I love using this to put on foundation. It gives it a nice full coverage flawless finish when I use this. I love this. That's 2 pumps right there. Ooh, let's see. You know what? This actually might be my color. It actually gives me more of the Estee Lauder Double Wear vibe in the shade, what was the shade I used to use? Honey Amber or Amber or something like that. So it's giving me that kind of a vibe. Kind of has a little bit of a paint smell to it, which, I mean, it's not as bad as the Wet n Wild ones. Oh my god, the Wet n Wild ones are so bad. You know what? For what it is right now, it actually is really good. And it's covered, like, as you can see, I haven't even done this part of my face yet, but it's covered everything that I need to. And I think it's a really good matte. I don't know if it will be like something that I alternate because I just love my Fenty foundation so much that honestly I can't give it up. I can't give it up. She is just honestly amazing. But this is definitely a good video, a good foundation if you don't want to be wasting your foundations and you're filming videos, or you know, you're just someone who doesn't want to really waste your good foundations all the time. Like for me, this would be perfect as a filming videos foundation. This is very interesting too because I find that the Fenty foundation doesn't accentuate my texture. And I find that when I use drugstore foundations, it accentuates my texture. And that's what I feel like this foundation is doing right now. And it's kind of, I don't know if you could tell, but it's kind of breaking up on my nose right here. And usually if foundation tends to break up on my skin, it tends to break up right here and on my nose and on the creases or the sides of my nose. But I didn't even set, it hasn't even been a full day and it's kind of doing that a little bit. I do really like the coverage of this foundation. I do really like how it looks. It's just, don't understand why it's breaking up in this area of my face, and why it's really accentuating my texture at the moment. And it's really hard to tell on camera, but girl, let me tell you, you can definitely see it. So let me powder my face with the Bobbi Brown Sheer Finishing Press Powder in the color Golden Orange. Love this. This is a beautiful, beautiful finishing powder for deep skin tones. I'm going to now contour my face with my Holy Grail Fenty Beauty Matte Stick in the color Espresso. I'm just gonna go ahead and chisel out and contour my face. And to under eye highlight my face, I am going in with my new little favorite combination. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn with a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Tan Sand. And to set my under eyes, I'm gonna take my Sacha Buttercup powder, and then to add some MAC blush in Ambering Rose. And lastly, I'm gonna add some highlighter to tie in the whole look, and I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts. All right guys, so I'm here with a nice bright orangey red lipstick. I haven't put on a pop of color in a long time, so I thought why not go ahead, you know, put a pop of color on just to, you know, why not? The color that I'm wearing is Lady Danger by MAC. I haven't worn this color in so long, but not to take away from everything, we need to talk about the foundation and the primer. Okay, so this is a very matte foundation. The Fenty foundation is matte, but it almost melts into the skin, into this beautiful powdery finish on your skin. The Fenty foundation does not heighten my texture or my imperfections, whereas this foundation does. I also think that this foundation is a shade too light for me. I feel like I should go up a shade with this foundation, or it could just be very well that this is so matte that it's giving me, as Patricia Bright says, casket ready face. But when I put it on, it looked like it was my matte. So I don't know if I need to go up a shade in this foundation to balance everything out. Like, I just feel very pale and washed out. The foundation is already breaking up in my problem areas already. It's breaking up here and on my nose already. And I literally just put it on. Overall, I am not too crazy about this foundation. I don't know if it's because of the primer. Because the primer wasn't like a really sticky base, it almost was like a silicone base, that the foundation was just slipping and sliding everywhere. So maybe if I had tried it with my Becca primer, maybe it would make a difference and it would really grip onto the foundation. Even after I use setting spray, I still kind of feel casket ready. On camera, it really doesn't look that way, but I promise you, I feel so casket ready. It's like crazy, and I feel like I shouldn't have put on this really bold lip because it's really just like accentuating the casket readiness of my face right now. So I'm really not too crazy about the foundation right now. I think maybe one, because it's a little too light for me, and also two, it is breaking up in my problem areas. But that could be very well because of the primer, which I don't like, for the reason that it's not tacky. It's supposed to say a matte primer, and usually matte primers, to me, when you think of a matte primer, you think of something that is tacky, something that is going to like stick to the foundation. But this almost has like a silicone based texture to it, so that's probably why the foundation is breaking up in my problem areas. So unfortunately, I will not be using this again. In terms of the coverage, this is definitely full coverage. Oh, one more thing to add. I noticed that because this is so matte, like it's matte, I could feel like how matte it is on my skin, that when blending out my contour, my highlight and everything, it was very hard to do so. Like I really had to work it in. My makeup doesn't look, I don't know if you could tell, probably it looks a little patchy just because it was hard to blend things out. Even if I barely even use any of the Tarte Shape Tape foundation concealer and more of the LA Girl concealer, and it still is giving me this. This is just not rocking my boat. This is not doing it. I'm about to take this lipstick off. It just is not doing well with this whole look. But yeah, overall, I am not crazy about the foundation and the primer. I would definitely give the foundation another try with a different primer, but overall together as a unit, no, it just doesn't work. It just is not the greatest. If you have dry skin, this is not for you. If you have super oily skin, I have oily skin, but if you have super oily skin, this might be really good. All right guys, so that is it for my little try on or little review situation of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation and primer. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried this, and if you guys like it or you dislike it, let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. I am so close, like so close to 10K. I'm about 2,000 subscribers away. So if you're watching this video and you have not pushed that subscribe button, please do and help me get to 10K, because once I do, I'll be doing a giveaway. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.